Hey, it's your girl, Allison Williams.
Hey, this is Devon Howard.
Hi, this is Beth.
Hi, this is Cindy Mizell.
Hi, this is Tony Walker.
Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Darian Dean.
Hey, everybody. This is the Queen of Philadelphia, Tangeray Hayward.
Hey, everybody. This is Yazira.
Hi, this is Mason.
Hey, everybody. This is Russell Taylor.
Hey, this is Shireen Crutchfield.
And this is Ricky Jones.
And we are Crutchfield Jones.
Hey, this is Corey Day.
Hey, this is your girl, Castella.
Hey, everybody. This is Rebecca G.
Hey, everyone. This is Hill Street Soul.
What's up, good people? This is bassist Hubert Eves the Fourth.
This is Melvin Lee Davis.
Yo, what's checking? This is Noel Gordian, and you're listening to my man, Troy Saunders, on the Bass Entertainment Podcast, baby.
Yeah, baby. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Bass Entertainment Podcast. It's your host, Troy Saunders. Yeah. Today, Tony Walk returns. Well, in fact, I'm going to play this. I got to play this for y'all. Check this out. This is good vibes only, y'all.
Who I am and get to know you, babe. Good vibes only. There's something about your vibe that makes me wanna thrive. Whenever I spend time, I'm feeling you, babe. It's good vibes only.
I'm only going to tease y'all with that a little bit right now because I want y'all to go and download and share it and, tell your friends about it because Tony did the thing with that. Matter of fact, that whole EP, Good Vibes Only, is off the chain. But not only are we going to talk about music, that this man is so talented that not only does he sing, the man also is a glam squad. Man, the man does hair, he's just incredible. And not only that, he has a book coming out on Thanksgiving. Yeah, we're going to talk about that today too also. It's called Cultivating Confidence Through Beauty. Yeah. So without further ado, I want y'all all to be reunited with Mr. Tony Walk. Yes.
Hey, mister, how you doing? I have so much going on over here in the background. I don't know what's going on, but unless you can hear me, we good.
Somebody having a fit out there. That sounds like somebody mad at somebody. Or is it the cab?
What's going on? I don't know. I'm by a window, so I don't know. Yeah, but there we go.
All right.
Finally went off.
So, man, welcome.
Man, Troy, it's always so good to speak with you. I mean, I really enjoy speaking with you. I feel like it's like, talking to a friend and really conversating. So many other times you do these interviews and people they're asking the craziest things and you're like, oh, Lord. Mm-hmm. But it's always good vibes with you. Thank you for the love.
That's why I started off with the good vibes only. That's what we do over here.
Yes.
It's nothing but positivity. That's what I'm going to give to the people. And that's what you give. So,
Yes, and that's the goal. That is the goal. That's my goal. My goal is to just make sure that wherever anyone comes to that I'm at or doing anything is that they feel loved and feel appreciated, and just feel their best.
Yes. Now, I asked you this before, but I didn't ask this on the last time you was on the podcast. Now, since you do so many things well, what was your, from music to your styling, your being a stylist, how did that all transpire? Were you a music person at first and then some kind of way you morphed into being a stylist, or how did it all come? What was your first love?
My first love was music. It has always been music. From a child, I can remember looking on TV, seeing Whitney Houston or seeing someone that was great at the time, with lights shined on them and just being amazing to the point where you're like, wow, like I would love to do that. Not knowing if I could, just the appreciation that they were able to get from the world for being great at something. So that's something I've always wanted to do. And but music is for sure my first love. I grew up in the church, the Baptist church. And that's pretty much where I've gotten all of my, vocal, musical learnings from. I grew up in the church, First Goodwill Missionary Baptist Church.
Yeah. hand claps.
Yeah, so it's been good. I mean, it's been really good. I'm so glad that I've gotten a chance to now circle back to this love of mine. I tell people all the time when I do shows is that it's time. There's never going to be a perfect time for you to do what you love to do. You have to do it.
Yeah.
Because we fill our lives with so many things. Now we have to take care of them. So we have this house, we have this car, we have all these insurances, these bills, and all that stuff has to be taken care of now. And because you didn't work on your first love, that's not what takes care of them. What takes care of them is the one thing that you know that you were good at, that you were able to get by. And that's when happiness and unhappiness meets. Yeah. Is doing what you love opposed to doing something that just pays the bills. I've been so fortunate to be able to do what I love, beauty-wise, what I love, music-wise now. So I'm good. I'm learning. This is a learning process for me. I'm willing to go through it. I'm willing to be taught. I don't feel like I have learned all that I can learn. I know that there's a purpose, but I know for sure more than anything that if I'm somewhere, that's because God wants someone to be touched in a loving way or, talk to or just, just put in a better energy.
So, you also said that you were a dancer at one time.
Oh, yeah. So it started out singing, then it started out dancing. And this is so funny. I remember I walked into a store, and I grew up in the hood. I grew up in South Central. So I was in this store, and this Caucasian lady, she says, "Oh my God, you're just so beautiful to me. You're so beautiful to me." She says, "Have you thought about doing pageants?" And I said, pageants? What are pageants? Right. I'm a little boy from the hood, so I didn't know. She says, "Well, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do." He says, "Well, here's my card. Give your parents my card and call me." So I did, and I asked her, I said, "Well, will I get to sing?" She says, "Well, can you sing?" I said, "Yeah, I can sing." And I had to be probably 9 or 10. And she was like, "Oh, this is great, great, great." So she represented me for the little time that I entered the pageant. But I won every pageant that I entered. You had to model, you had to sing, and you had to interview. So I won all of them only to get up to the state finals. Like my church, they would hold fish fries and stuff to raise money for me to do these competitions. And so I needed to rent tuxedos, I needed to rent rooms, all of this stuff. So my church would come together and do that for me. And that was my first ideal of when people love you, they will invest in you. And so I got that from an early age being in church. So I was never persuaded by the person saying, "Well, if you pay me this much money, I'm going to do this for you." Because I had already been shown that my talent was great and people believed in me enough to, give to it without wanting anything back. So that kind of shielded me too from a lot of the negative things that people went through in the music business because I had such a strong foundation through the church.
Mm-hmm. Well, look at that. See, I didn't know you was in the pageants, man.
Yeah, and actually, I'll send you a picture. It's so funny, but literally, I didn't think anything of it. And thinking about it now, it is crazy. Like I was in pageants. I was also in the Junior Olympics. I won freestyle and backstroke.
All right.
Yeah. So I did a lot of stuff growing up in the hood.
See, now this is what I'm talking about. You even throwing even more talent in there than I even imagined. We was talking about the music. We was talking about styling and dancing, but now you throwing in there swimming and pageantry.
Yeah,
man.
And these are just things that I think all of them led to the role of wanting to entertain. I often pray to God and I asked him, I said, God, give me a platform. I don't pray for materialistic things or money or none of that. I have talent. I can produce those things at any time. I pray for a firm foundation, a platform that I can, help people on, because I know growing up, I didn't have the help. I didn't know where to go musically. I didn't know any of that. I just knew that I was singing in church and people thought it was good. So being able to have a foundation to also reach back and project the things that I've learned onto people, to be able to show them easier ways to do things. Most people think that it costs millions and hundreds of thousands of dollars to do recordings and record projects now. You don't have to do that now. This is technology. They have some stuff that you can record and send it over, have it mixed. And so many people, they stifle their dreams because of what their bank account looks like. And a lot of times it has nothing to even do with that. If you're great at what you do, sometimes you just got to find out where it is, go do it. And God will send someone that sees the talent and willing to invest in you. And that's what my church was for me.
Amen. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So now, since you were singing in church, how did that, like when you wind up doing Good Vibes Only EP, when you wind up doing the Good Vibes Only EP, did you write all those songs, and how did you put them together? Did you go to a music class or a music school? Did you learn how to read music, or how did that all come?
No, not at all. Actually, how I work best is because I don't view myself as this great musical talent. And I don't view myself as that. I view myself as someone that just doing what they love to do. And because of that, I do very simple things. Like I will get a track, and if I like the track, I'll listen to the track and I'll write to the track. And if the track is really good and I'm really feeling the track, I can write to it in 5 to 10 minutes. If I have the chorus, the song is done, because I can pretty much figure out what everything else is going to be. But I wanted this EP, Good Vibes Only, to be happy. I didn't really want to be sad. I have one song on there called Stay, and that song was originally about my mother passing, and I wanted her to stay. Yeah. And that's what it was originally about. And then I said, well, I can't depress them too much. So let me go ahead and make this about a relationship, about apologizing, and about sometimes you just have to say sorry. Sometimes you have to say, it amazes me how fast people are willing to let something great go because they don't want the embarrassment or to apologize. And so sometimes you just gotta, tell them how you feel it. Stay.
You put that pride aside.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Let's play a little bit of Stay, since you so eloquently introduced it. So we might as well give everybody a little sample of it. Yeah. We're not trying to bring you down, like Tony said.
No,
but it's a beautiful song.
It's the typical song that I think if a man did this more to his woman, and if a woman did this more to her man, we would have more thriving relationships.
Amen. Hey, y'all, this is Stay.
Today's the day I regret how I talked to you, babe. And all the times I said I didn't need you in my life. And all the time I made you cry. I take it all back, baby. Just I wanna talk about it, apologize, and work it out. Don't think I can tell if your love goes away. Please stay with me, baby. Stay. I wanna talk about it, apologize, and work it out. Just stay. This is what I'm willing.
Yeah. This EP is, I mean, when you came on here the first time, we were talking about that it was going to come out, but I didn't hear it yet. So now that it came out, I mean, it's been out for like a year almost now, but you just did a great job on it.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me because, Troy, I swear I had no guidance. I was just doing it. I don't know. I mean, I was just doing it. Like literally, I think the reason why that was my passion project, because I had to prove that I could do it on my own. And I did it on my own, like literally financially, everything you see, was full creative control. From the album cover, I had a dream about the album cover. I woke up, I had a yellow suit on, and I was just looking around, and I noticed the wall behind me was black and white. But when I stepped out of it, I was like in Miami or somewhere, and I saw all these neon signs, and I was like, oh, this is what the album cover is supposed to be. And so, like, literally stuff like that would happen. And yeah, I'm just grateful. This is just something God, I think, has awakened in me. And even while doing Good Vibes Only, I didn't even realize that I was doing something good. I just thought, well, let me just do, I feel like singing, let me do something, And the more I listened to it, and I still haven't really like listened to it, because I feel like that I know what I went through in order to write these songs, in order to bring this stuff to life. So it's emotional. Mm-hmm. It's not just me singing. This is another reason why it's hard for me to just go everywhere and anywhere and sing, because I am a specialty act. I'm not the person that's going to be everywhere doing everything. But when I am, it's going to make such a difference. Mm-hmm. And I've always been that way. Growing up, I remember growing up in the church, people would sing and people would just shout all over the place. They would shout and that's how you knew you had did a good job, mm-hmm. is that somebody had started shouting. Nobody would shout. People would stop and it would be quiet. So I thought that, I must not be good, because why don't the people shout like me? I mean, shout like they shout for them. I should be able to do this. And I remember walking out of the choir stand one time. We had a guest with a concert, and the choir had got up and I had got up and sang, and literally everybody it went from this crazy praise to the next song, which was my song with the choir, and it was like really just quiet. And I just remember like leaving out of the choir stand, I was like, yeah, well, I don't want to do this anymore. This doesn't make a difference. And this this one of the mothers in the church, she grabbed me and set me down before I walked to the choir. And she says, baby, don't be discouraged. She says, you have a different gift. Mm-hmm. She says, people actually pay attention. Mm-hmm. And that changed my life.
Yeah. It's true, though. You know, we always want to reach for that other thing, but sometimes we have our own thing that we present that we don't even realize that we're presenting it.
No, we don't. And so I'm just learning that more and more, it's probably better to just be my authentic self 100%, because if this is something that God has ordained, it's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, this is Russell Taylor, and I'm hanging out with my man, Troy Saunders, on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
And it came out incredibly. And I can't wait to see what you do next. And I totally understand when you say you don't want to go, you don't go everywhere to sing it, because also you said it was emotional. And one thing I realize is that sometimes when you do something like you put these things down on record, you put it down and you gave it out to the world. When you're in that studio, you're in the zone.
Yeah.
You're in a space to create. When you go out and try to recreate that, sometimes it's hard to do because you're not in that zone. You have other entities, bothering you, that's coming at you, there's other energies in the audience, all this other type of stuff that's going on, that to recreate that same sound, that same energy has got to be difficult.
Yeah, and I tell people, and I have to reference to her because she is such she has been so instrumental in my life, Miki Howard. I've seen it. I mean, I've seen her seen her deal with the business in every form an artist can deal with it, from the greatness to being tore down, and she has always dealt with it so gracefully. Yes. I mean, literally, she has, and people don't think that, she has, but being in her personal circle, being with her, I can say it's been gracefully because everything else is made up.
Yes.
Yeah, but I've learned, I pay attention. That's the greatest gift that God has gifted me with. I think if I had a chance to make it when I was trying to growing up, I probably wouldn't be here today.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. So I know for sure now that everything has its timing. It has nothing to do with your age. It has nothing to do with even who you know. It has a lot to do with, are you prepared? Are you ready? And I know for sure now that God is never going to take you anywhere He can't sustain you, because that would be calling Him a failure. And He can do everything but fail.
So true.
Yeah.
So true. I mean, you made me think about, even doing this podcast. I'm like, I love doing this, and, but like you said, financially, everything comes out of my pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is it. And so for someone to say that it's great and that it's good, sometimes that's the little thing you need just to keep going.
Yeah.
And it is. You have a great, 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 great platform. I mean, it's done in such a classy way. You have great informative conversations with people that you can learn stuff from. That is the reason to even do this. I realize now that regardless of how much people want to take credit for what it is that they do because they had to learn it, because they have to do it, our gifts are not for us, it's for the world. Mm. And so for you to even be have this talent to want to do a podcast so other people can be seen, and so you can get more enlightenment on something that you love, and all of this is to help other people. And how well we learned it, it just goes to show how much we love it.
Yeah. You just remind me of something. Just today, one of the managers of an artist that's coming on, she says, well, how long is the podcast for? I'm like, well, it can be, an hour. Sometimes it goes to an hour. And she said, well, that's way over the time that we usually do our podcast. I mean, our interviews. You asking for our artists to be there too long. And I said, well, I don't have any set time, so if it ends in a half hour, it ends in a half hour. If it's not, I said, but if you want it to be less, we can do it in less time. But I know in my head, I said, once that artist comes on and we going to start talking, it's going to wind up being an hour.
Exactly. Exactly. And the great thing is that people don't understand or get that this is the time all people see. All they do is hear you. They hear you and they see you. That's it. This is the chance for people to get to know you as an artist. And so to want to rush this and to want to do that, it's not a good thing. This is the one space that you can actually open up about who you are and what you love to do so people can better understand you as an artist. And I think when people can relate to you or find things that they can relate to you, you have more of a fan base.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even though I'm not even trying to, I don't know. My thing is, to me, I just want to, I'm treating everybody as family, as people that are friends, and we just sitting down and having a conversation.
Yes. And that's the way it should be, because when it turns into anything else, that's when it doesn't flow. You have to want to talk to people, first of all. If you don't want to talk to people, I mean, you shouldn't even just do the interview, because I mean, there's so many things out there about people and artists. This is the chance that you actually get to clean it up and so they can find out more about you.
Right. What I said to myself, I said, well, I hear the manager, but once that artist gets on here, we gonna wind up talking longer. I'm not even concerned about what she said.
And that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes.
She gonna be so comfortable. She gonna be like, you know what? I like talking to you. I remember one artist was on there was like, oh man, you got me spilling all my juice.
Well, that's good. Sometimes you got to get away from, and be human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, question. Are you working on some new music?
Actually, you know what I am? I'm getting ready to release a Christmas song, a very familiar Christmas song, a very, very familiar Christmas song. I can't believe I'm doing it. I'm only doing it because I love the song, and I want to be able to convey it the way I hear it. So,
all right.
Yeah. But for sure, new music coming for sure in January. Troy, I mean, I rarely say this, but I love my new single.
Yeah.
I love it. I will tell you this. It's called Tell Me You Want It.
All right.
Yeah. Tell Me You Want It. And it's great. I think when you hear it, you're going to go, oh, okay. Everything is always about love and positivity and about how to get to the next best place. So even though, you have all these innuendos and stuff like that, all my stuff will always be respectful and all of that, because I don't have a need to do anything else.
Right. And that's the way it should be. I mean, some of the stuff that comes out, I'm like, all right, you go too way out there with it. What happened to being a little discreet?
Yeah, well, this is it. This is the time we're in. And what's amazing is that I'm learning more and more to, respect people for what they want to do, because whether it be big or small, there are times that we wanted to do what we wanted to do.
That's
and
true.
Because we had the resistance, we did it even more, and we're not able to do it comfortably, so we didn't even do it right.
Right.
So let them be who they are. If it ain't gonna kill them or hurt nobody, it's fine. People will always turn away from what they don't like.
Yep. And the funny thing about it, I mean, if you think about when we were kids, I mean, and younger, we were, just as raunchy and rambunctious as, anybody nowadays.
It was probably even worse, because
right.
all you have to do is take a pill. Now it's not so much like that. I mean, you lay down with somebody too long, you got a flesh-eating disease,
right?
So it's a lot, yeah. But I mean, I'm just in a space now where I love everybody. I don't care about blind, crippled, or crazy. You good with me? I'm good with you.
Okay. So let's talk about this book now. This book is going to come out on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, actually, on the 23rd. I think it's the day before Thanksgiving.
The 23rd is Thanksgiving.
I don't know. Oh, okay. The 23rd is Thanksgiving?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you go show how much I keep up with all of it.
Yeah, it is Thanksgiving.
Okay. Well, that's when it's coming. And I love it. I've been working on the audio and the hard copy and stuff like that. And it's just great. I mean, I think it's going to be a great manual. And it's pretty much like, one-on-one things that people know. You just need a reminder sometimes. And we all need that reminder. Like, we can all do something better to make our lives better, make our lives easier. So many people go, oh, I don't like the way this looks. I don't like the way that looks. Opposed to altering it, show it more love. Mm-hmm. Show it more love. If you say, oh, well, I don't like the way my wrinkles look. Okay, well, spend more time doing a facial care routine that's going to help it, opposed to just wanting to go to the knife. Sometimes we just need to love ourselves more, and that will change things and better things.
I remember we were talking about this. Last week we were talking about this, and I was saying how I saw this interview. It wasn't an interview; it was like a reality show, and the lady was giving people etiquette lessons. And one girl was on there, and she had the eyelashes. I call them caterpillars, the real long ones.
Yeah.
And overly makeup. The clothes were extra small, and she's a large. Just stuff that was just way too over the top. And the lady said, "Well, first of all, the rule of etiquette. Also, you have to learn how to present yourself if you want to be respected a certain way." And she said, "You're a beautiful woman. Let's try to take off some of this makeup." And the girl says, "No, I can't. I can't take off this makeup because I don't like the way I look without it." And the lady, had to talk to her, and say, "Well, let's try baby steps. Let's just try smaller eyelashes. Let's try this." Mm-hmm. And by the end of the show, the girl loved the transformation. She said, "Oh my God, I look so beautiful without all that stuff on." So this is what I talk about in the book too, is that getting back to you. That's what it's about. It's about getting back to you. We have all these things, even as men, we have certain things that we go to as our crutch when we don't want to. If we feel like we're getting too fat around the midsection, we got that big old oversized hoodie that we put on that ain't as noticeable. So you have all these things, and people have just leaned on cosmetic and hair and all of that, but it's a process, and you have to. When you love yourself, you realize that those are enhancements; those are not who you are. Mm-hmm. But it's a great. That's a great thing to realize. Like, regardless of what's going on, are you comfortable with who you are? And I'm learning more and more. I'm comfortable with who I am more and more now, because I realize that people not liking me, it's never done anything for anybody. It's never done anything for anybody. So why would I be concerned about that? I'm only concerned about the things that are going to make me grow and deposit into my life. And it's crazy because, sometimes you see people from the, who you would think will be so secure in themselves. In your eyes, they are beautiful. In your eyes, they have all these wonderful qualities, but to themselves, they feel they're ugly.
I was that person for years. I didn't know. I didn't realize. I mean, everybody told me, even growing up, like I said, I did beauty pageants, and people thought I was just the most handsome like young boy. And I didn't see it. I was doing it because they said I could do it and they was going to let me do it. So, but to actually know that I could do that I actually belonged there, that wasn't something that I ever graduated to. And even sometimes now, you know, I make sure that I just try to make sure that I'm in a place now to where it's not arrogance, but it's there's a thin line between confidence and arrogance, and people mistake it all the time. So I just want to be confident in myself, and that's what I work on now. I work on being confident in myself. So I wear things that I like. I don't wear things that I don't like. I try to eat things that I love, and I don't eat things that I don't love. All of this plays a part in you being your best self in order for you to be confident.
Yeah. So what makes you think, because you're handsome as hell now, so I can only imagine what you look like as a kid. What made you think that, what brought on that insecurity as a child? You think somebody, with parents, or was somebody speaking derogatory towards you?
Oh, no, not at all. First of all, thank you for the compliment. And also, I just think it's I think it's your environment. It's your environment. I mean, most of my environment as a child was struggle. So I didn't have time to worry about beauty or being handsome. And if it was going to do anything for me, I wouldn't be struggling.
Right.
So, and because I didn't think much about myself physically, I could have never, sold my body or did nothing like that. So I just leaned on helping people. And when you lean on helping people that really love you, that you can tell that they love you, when they compliment you, I remember I was sitting at the table with Chaka, and she goes, she looks over at me, and she snatches the head off my head, and she goes, "Stop covering up." She says, "Why are you always covered up? You're always covered up. Stop it." She says, "You're a beautiful man. They're just going to have to deal with it. This is just what it is. And that's it. Do not be covered up. Look how beautiful you are." And she just went on, and it made me feel so uncomfortable because we're sitting there. You got people with videos and cameras out, and she didn't forget that she's just literally having a big sister conversation, like, get it together.
Right.
And so that changed my life. It just made me realize that I was still doing it and not realizing it. And I still do it now, but I do it out of wanting to be, private and being behind the scenes so long. So coming from behind the scenes, from helping all these women, being up front, it's really uncomfortable. It's a little uncomfortable, but I'm getting better.
That's why you're sitting in the dark right now.
No, I'm actually, and this goes to show too, I'm sitting in the dark because I'm at peace. I'm at peace. I paid the light bill though. Yeah.
People say, people see Chaka on TV, and sometimes she might be a little off or whatever she's doing, but they don't realize the power of that woman and the beauty in her.
Oh my God. She's
the
amazing. Heart
that she has.
Yes. I mean, she has, no, for real, she's a very spiritual person.
I know.
She's very intuitive. She's just, and she's extremely talented. Exactly. And regardless of what goes on in her life, regardless of what she does, she can still play records that, there's very few people that I would go to a concert and they could sit down in a chair and just lip sing to their songs, and I'd be good. Chaka's one of them. Mm-hmm. Gladys, Miki Howard, Aretha Franklin, Vesta Williams. These are girls that I would just because when you put on that album, it doesn't matter. Ain't nobody caring about them. They singing along with the song. And that's this is what music does for people. It's amazing to me that I'm just getting this, but I love that I get a chance to be a part of this. And I'm going to make some great music. I'm going to make some music that make people feel good and want to get married and have babies and all of that good stuff.
Well, you are well on your way. I'll tell you that much.
Well, I'm trying, but I'm doing it at my pace. There's no rush. I'm having a good time. I'm really having a good time doing it. And I have not even scratched the surface of what I'm getting ready to do. Watch. I have not even shown people what I can do vocally. I grew up in the church, so I also grew up around, the Mikis and the Vestas, where all that over singing and stuff, you don't do that. You convey the message. Mm-hmm. You sing the song, and it doesn't always call for all of the tricks and whistles and all of that. But because we're in this day and age, and because I know it, I'm gonna give you some of it on the next album.
All right. I'm like, what was that over there?
I'm gonna give you some of it on the next album.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Hey, this is Corey Day, and you're listening to Troy Saunders on the Bass Podcast.
Matter of fact, I got to get out to LA. Matter of fact,
where you at, Troy? What city you in?
I'm in Danbury, Connecticut. Believe it or not.
I don't even know what that is.
I see.
You said Danbury?
Danbury.
Mm-hmm. Okay, is that next to what was the Andy Griffith show?
That's Mayberry.
Yeah, is that next to Mayberry?
No, Danbury is like it's in Western Connecticut. So,
how far is it from Hartford?
About an hour.
Oh, okay.
Hartford is on the 95 is on the east side, east coast of Connecticut. I'm like,
and where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Brooklyn.
Well, how you get way over there? Well, do you ever miss it? Do you ever miss Brooklyn? Because those are two totally different places.
Well, Danbury is not far from the city. It's like an hour.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's the reason why I moved here, because it's still close enough. At the time, I was still working in the city. So I would take the commuter train from Danbury to Manhattan.
Okay.
So I did that every day for like 10 years. So it's not far at all. They call it another state, but I just call it like the suburbs of New York.
I would love to experience a different, state. I've been in Los Angeles all of my life. My family's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And I love the South. I love everything about the South. I love the yes, ma'am, the yes, sir. I love people cooking, having their gardens. First time I went to Louisiana, my aunt, she was 84 at the time. She passed at 92. And all of them had their house, then they had their garden. Mm-hmm. And she was so excited to show me the okra that she had grown that was like 12 inches long. And she was like, oh, look, I grow good okra. I got growing hands. They're excited about that. And for them to take all of that stuff in their garden and cook it, I was like, wow.
Well, my family still did that. My grandmother, she still, she lived in Brooklyn, but she still had her garden in the back. She was cooking growing her collard greens, her cabbage, her string beans, her tomatoes, broccoli. Matter of fact, my father still has his garden also. He lives in Queens.
So I'm for sure, once I get a piece of land, I'm going to have a garden. I'll probably have somebody come maintain it, but because I don't think it'll live with me.
I got a little piece of land up here, but it's just the time to maintain it. And by the time you start doing that, I have to put a fence around it because the deer come up here and eat up all your stuff.
Oh, yeah. Of course, I would have to I think I would have like a glass house or something like that. Yeah, but even then, they say the gophers get to the stuff and all that stuff. But yeah, I think I would for sure do that. I would love to produce my own food and stuff like that. But I tasted some, this is funny, I tasted some fruit from Oprah's garden. Mm-hmm. I said, I don't know what kind of soil that is. That was the freshest fruit I had. I mean, it was like a whole nother, it was so fresh and so good. I was like, okay, this is it.
Okay.
Get your own dirt. We got to get our own dirt.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, we've been planting trees and stuff out here. I haven't planted any fruit yet.
Oh, that's good. And that's something else I think I would do too. I think I would probably plant a tree or plants once a year, just to, by the time, some years pass, you just have like a forest.
Yeah. Matter of fact, when we moved to this house, we had a lot of trees and we cut a lot of them down because a lot of them were dead. And then my mother passed in 2017 and we planted a tree.
Oh, that's great.
Now this tree is like humongous. I'm like, It's only been 6 years. And we brought that tree home in the back of the car. And that was huge.
Wow. Yeah. That's a great thing.
Yeah. So yeah, we got to get back to nature.
Yeah, it's time. It's time. I mean, it's the most beautiful thing that you can do that you don't have to pay for. I went to the redwood forest in the Bay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of the only forests in Southern California that has been preserved exactly the way it is. So, when trees fall or anything, they stay exactly where they are, unless they fall in the road or something like that. But when they fall, they preserve it exactly the way it is. And it's just something about it. It's just so peaceful and powerful to me.
It's so crazy. I went to the redwood forest and I walked through the door. I'm with a friend of mine and we walk in and all of a sudden they started itching and their face started to swell up. I'm like, what's going on? I don't know. They allergic to redwood trees. So we couldn't get it. We couldn't get all the way in there. We just barely got in the door.
Well, I'm glad it's not happening at the toe because he probably would have been a blowfish by the time y'all got there.
Okay. I said, we came all this way, can't even see the trees.
All this way. You say, okay, well, look, you sit in the car and I'm going to go and I'm going to get video and stuff and then we can have the experience together. Because I'm going, we didn't came this way.
So now I got to go back and see it.
Oh, no, it would be great. You're going to love it. It's great. I mean, it's unbelievable that, to look up and see how tall the trees are. It's great. I'm going to go again soon. Yeah.
Well, I got to get to California again soon. Everybody's like, when you coming out? When you coming? And I think if things go correctly and the way they should, which I think they will, I will be part of the Recording Academy next year. So,
good.
Yeah.
Oh, I keep saying that I need to go ahead and become a part of that. I was talking to, Ledisi, and she's the chapter president out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, let me go ahead and get in it because I need to get in it.
So when I told Led, see, I didn't even want to ask Led anything for a recommendation or anything like that because I feel like I would be like,
I'm asking everybody. I'm calling Ruth from the Pointer Sisters. I'm asking Miki. I'm asking everybody. I'm asking everybody. I might even send Quincy an email. Say, hey, Quincy, look out for me. Look out.
Okay. So shoot. I'm kind of shy in that kind of way. I don't like to.
Yeah, I don't like doing it either, only because, I've seen it done so much and the response is so negative sometimes, but I think that I don't think it's nothing wrong with me. Like, I would most definitely help people that I know is deserving of it and going to take care of it. Yeah.
Right. Not just somebody just looking for some accolades or
exactly
another notch on their belt.
Yeah. Yeah. But I didn't really take it seriously before, but because I'm just really getting that, God, I can really do music.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is something that people don't talk about. They don't talk about the moments that are surreal to them in their life. And there's a lot of celebrities that have moments that are surreal to them that they don't say nothing about because people think that they've already arrived. But in their mind, they haven't. They feel like, oh, I'm just working. This is a job and I'm working it. And I would love to get the accolades that this person is getting because I've been doing it just as long as them. And so a lot of times when people don't feel like they've gotten the accolades or the recognition that they should have, they don't normally value it as being great.
Being great, right. Yeah. But, somebody is listening and somebody is viewing you as being great, whether you're getting those accolades or not.
Yes.
You are touching somebody's soul.
Yes.
And somebody is feeling you.
Yes. And I think more and more now, the best thing as a new artist, you should most definitely not judge yourself, period. There's no need to judge yourself. You're learning. Everyone had to learn. If anyone does judge you, they have forgotten where they started and how they started. Everyone had a humble beginning. And for you to forget that and not be sensitive to new artists that are trying to make it and not be irritated with them, but show them the way. It's just not the way to go. But as a new artist for me, I realized that I have to most definitely just do it and love doing it. And that's it. If the accolades come, great. If the awards come, great. But that should not change the momentum or the love for what it is that you do musically. So whether I get accolades or recognition or not, I mean, I've always wanted to be noted as a singer. And now you can go on Google and it says American singer.
Yeah, it sure does.
So I'm grateful. little things at a time. That's what I'm happy for. I'm happy for the things that make me happy.
Yeah. You just remind me of something else when I remember hearing Chaka say in an interview, she's like, why do we compete with one another? I mean, everybody's talent is onto themselves.
Yes,
it's
everybody
unique.
has different
Everybody
talent.
has.
What's the one thing? This is the one thing that is true. Nobody can do you better than you.
Exactly.
Nobody. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, people do these competitions. I did Sunday's Best. And I got all the way through to the finals. And then I was told that I couldn't continue on because I knew, the producers. When I walked up, I knew Donnie and Erica and Tina, they were the judges at the time. And we just had a friendly conversation like, hey, what you doing here? You sing that? So I sang and I made it through. They didn't even know I sang. So, but I had worked with them previously on other projects, beauty for, makeup stuff. And they were shocked, but I made it through. And then I got a call later that it was too, they thought it was too close. But it was still a great experience. Like, I waited outside 3 a.m. all the way to 7 a.m. in the morning. And then finally got to the building. And then that was a whole nother process of waiting and all that. So I didn't find out that I got in until about 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. the next night.
Wow.
And I just thought to myself, God, this is a lot. I just don't think, and this is just for me. This is what really broke me from wanting to compete and wanting to do that. I just don't feel that God is going to give you something for you to have to fight for it. That doesn't add up to me. I think if God gave me a gift of song or talent, he's going to put me in position and a place in order for it to be seen and done. Now, doing the work is working on that talent. Right. Some people might say that's auditioning, but before the audition comes the work. Yeah. And most people are not willing to do that. And I realized that I wasn't willing to do it. That's why I had not done it. And to being in now, having to do it, it's more of the love now. I'm not doing it because I want recognition. I'm not doing it because I want to be seen. I realize I have talent and I know how to be seen. So that's not something I have to do. What I have to do now is create music that's going to be loving and help people.
It's funny. You just made me think of something else I saw on, what's it, YouTube? Oh, yeah. It says, you ever watch those things on YouTube, Explained?
Yes.
Now, they had an explained on the difference between today's singers and the singers of the past.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying not that one is better than the other, but the difference is that the past singers, the singers that came out, 90s and before, had more time to practice.
Mm-hmm.
He said they practice in school. They still have music in school. They practice in school. Mm-hmm. They practice in church. They practice, all the time. They were practicing. They practice in their own bands.
Well, not just that, but they also had to do more of the work.
Yeah.
Like you had to sing the chorus all the way down,
right,
at the right key all the time. Mm-hmm. There was no cutting and pasting. There was none of that. You had to sing whatever you were singing, the same key from beginning to the end, and with somebody normally next to you singing it with you on another key.
And you got to maintain your key, without going to theirs.
Yes. So it was for sure a lot more work. And because you had to do the work, that's why they were so great live, because they had to do the work. This generation, they do the work, but they don't do the work like they did the work.
No.
They were actually, they was actually really singing. They didn't have all the special effects. They had to sing.
Yes. And, today's generation, there's no artist development right now as it was back then.
No. And it's so funny that you say that, because I remember being signed to my first little production deal, and I had a PR lady by the name of Joan Scott. Her name was Joan Scott, and she had decided to, I guess, take on this new group that they were developing with me in it. And she said to me, she worked for Underworld Records. You remember the Hughes brothers, the twins that had it was called Underworld Records?
No, I don't remember that.
I think they were with Capitol. But they were with Capitol, but she was very known. She had worked with everybody. And I remember her, that's what she did. She took me through artist development. She says, Tony, you have to learn music theory. And she took me, and I didn't have the money, so she paid for it. She says, you have to learn this. She said, I think you're great, but you have to learn this. She says, how much money you got? I said, $20. She said, okay, I got the rest, huh? Get in there. Mm. And that's what she did, because she believed in me. And but yeah, for sure, you have to have artist development. I just think when you don't have it, you end up with a lot of what we have today.
And, I'm not hating on them anything, but and it also comes to a lot of artists, they can't tour because they haven't been out there like that. They've been picked up online because they got so many likes.
Yeah,
but exactly. they don't know they don't have the stamina. That's the word I'm thinking of.
And it is something that you have to really, 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 really have, because it's not about being seen. It's about doing the work. The better the work is, the more you will be seen. And most people don't know. They don't do that. I don't think they're ready for that. Because it's been times that I remember being on the road with a lot of these girls, and I would get sick of singing the same song over 100 times.
I know that.
And so, you get to the point where you're like, I don't want to hear it no more. I got to sing it tomorrow 2 times, and I don't do that. So you just get to a point to where you really do it because you love it, and you have to do it because you love it, because it ain't no joke. I remember one time being in the studio, and I had to sing a part over like 60 times. 60. I counted. And I was so frustrated because I didn't know the engineer, and the engineer was being negative. Mm-hmm. He was like, I don't understand. Why can't you do this? I was like, what? I was about 16 or 17. And he was like, I don't understand. Why can't you get this? And he was just being really negative. So every time I went to do it, I could not get it. And so the agent that I was with, I was doing something for Disney. I was testing for something for Disney. And the guy says to me, he says, it's okay if you feel uncomfortable. Do you feel uncomfortable? I says, I'm not for sure, but I think I am. Like, why is he so angry? And he was like, oh, okay. He says, we'll come back tomorrow. We came back tomorrow, it was a whole new engineer. And I got it. It was nothing. I knocked it out. It was done. It was all of that. So you have to learn what's for you, because this is not a machine. You have to actually use this voice. And people treat Whitney and all the rest of these people with these great voices, Chaka, like, oh, they're just a machine. No, you're not a machine. These are actual people. They have feelings. Yes, you think they're great, but I mean, you have to give them breaks. You have to allow them things that they need in order to recoup. And we don't do that with these artists nowadays. Their schedules are jam-packed.
Hey, everybody, this is Rebecca Jade, and you're listening to Troy Saunders on the one and only Bass Entertainment Podcast.
I pick and choose what I want to do. I think being an indie artist is great. If you want to be seen, you can be seen as much as you post.
Exactly.
So you don't have to, I mean, you ain't got to wait for nobody to see you. You can post 100 times a day if you want to be seen, and people will see it. Exactly. But I just rather do meaningful things. I rather do meaningful things. I'm deciding that when I first started this, I said, I'm going to give as much as I can to the community, and that burnt out real fast. Because you go places and because they friend and they want you to sing, they got you singing on a karaoke machine with no sound and it's muffled, and so you wear your instrument out like that. So I'm just learning how to say no now. I'm learning how to say no, and the people that understand it get it, and the people that don't matter. So
yeah, that's why the show that I did in September, not everybody wants to do it because I have it at a theater and sound guy. I mean, everything, it was professional. And even my own partner was like, wow, you did all this? I was like, as a matter of fact, I posted it online about the show and stuff, and Led called me and she said, oh my God, Troy, everything looks so amazing. She said, you want to do my next show?
But see, and they don't know what you went through. And then when you think back on it, you like, what was I thinking? Was I crazy?
I know.
I think the same thing. Like, I did a show at the Mint out here, and it wasn't as hard because I realized that it's not. Just get a band, figure out the where you're gonna do it, the time you're gonna do it. Make sure you know what you know when you show up to do it, and that's it. It's nothing deep. Just do it. I'm learning to let go of things. I would listen to things when I recorded Love Won't Let Me Wait. That was the first song I recorded and released. And I said, okay, oh, this don't sound right. It's got to sound better. I know I can make this sound better. And you try to twerk it, and fix it. And it ain't gonna never be better. Put the song out. Put the music out.
Don't overthink it.
Yes, that's the only way to grow. Let it go. And people can say, oh, yeah, you can be better at this. You can be better at that. Okay, make it better on the next one. But just to not be in the game at all, no. I have so many friends that say, oh, yeah, I'm a singer. Oh, well, where can I find your music? Oh, well, I ain't got nothing out yet. But, okay, you're inspiring to be a singer. Yeah, you learn. I'm learning. I'm getting it, Troy. I'm getting it.
Well, you are dropping so many words of wisdom today, as you always do.
Oh, see. Well, now, what I'm learning now is that nothing is important in this life if you're not happy. You got to be happy. That's where everything comes from. Everything comes from. And yes, life is not always where we want it to be. Recently, I went through a lot. Oh, my God. It was a lot. And I said to myself, okay, well, you got a choice. You can give up or you can go through it. And I ain't giving up.
Okay.
So you can choose to go through with a smile or a frown. And I choose to go through with a smile. So let's go.
Exactly. I mean, shoot. I mean, you preach it to the choir. I went through some things sometimes people would never know that I was going through stuff. Like someone said, never let them see you sweat. You just keep on doing, keep a smile on your face.
Yes, and you know, I have so many amazing women around me. That has been they have for sure been my foundation, the women around me. I mean, famous, non-famous, just all of them. They have gravitated to me, but I take care of them. I make sure that they have anything that I can do that they need. And, you know, just make sure that you have a strong tribe around you because it's not going to be easy. No matter how famous you get, no matter how much money you got to have some people around you that's willing to tell you your stuff stank.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, let's play another song because I love the conversation, but you know, every once in a while I like to throw a little song up in there. You know, my other favorite up there is More.
Oh yeah, More end up, and it's so funny. All the things that charted, I would have never thought. Like More end up charting. It charted at number 1, and then it came back and charted again at number 5.
Hey.
And I was like, oh, this is great.
It is great.
Yeah.
That's why it charted twice.
Dejan, the artist, LA Vibe Studio. Man, he's amazing. I'm getting ready to record some stuff with him again soon.
All right. So that's who did the tracks?
Yes. Actually, yes, Dejan did the track. And I heard it and I just thought, like, you know, more. We all want more. Everybody always wants something more of what they like or want.
Okay. But sometimes you just got to be satisfied with what you got, too.
Yeah, but it ain't going to hurt the accent.
Hey, this is More, everybody.
Light up the darkness when you smile. This energy, it captures me when you're around. Nothing in this world can dim your light. Everything about you, it just seems right. And I gotta have more. And I gotta have more.
That's just fire. Who's doing those backgrounds? You doing all them backgrounds?
Me and Dejan, and yeah.
It sounds good. I'm telling you. I mean, you did the thing on that one, on all of them.
Yes.
But I can't wait to hear the next time.
When I was down, you even make me shine when there's no sun around.
Go ahead. So tell everybody where and how they can pre-order this book. we talked about music. Let's talk about the book a little bit more. Where folks can pre-order it.
Okay, well, actually, the book is on pre-sale right now at Amazon. You can go on Amazon. The Kindle is available, and the hard copy will be available very, very soon. And then there will be an audio. So there will be everything. You will be able to find it everywhere. But for sure, if you go to Amazon right now, you can pre-sell it. You can download the pre-sale. And that is called Cultivating Beauty Through Confidence. Sir Tony.
And what made you want to write this book?
Actually, I've started out doing the memoirs of me in the industry, and it was just too much. I was like, God, this is too much. I want to do something more loving and more uplifting. I want to, help people more. And that's how it came about, because I deal with so many women on a day-to-day basis. Confidence is key. You can tell when they're not. You can tell when they are. I've learned things about women that tell me they are and when they're not. So I want to do just a little step-by-step guide on how to get to those things by yourself and with yourself, things you can do to make sure that everything in your life is right, by organizing, by taking care of your natural hair, by taking care of your skin, just things like that. Those are things that make people feel good. I always know when a woman feels beautiful when she's leaving me, because the first thing she reaches for is a lipstick.
Mm-hmm. See,
and that's a good sign.
Yeah. Those little things that you pay attention to.
Oh yeah, that's a good sign. When they put on the lipstick, they think they're cute, so they're ready.
That's just the final touch right there.
Yes, that's it. That's it. And to see an 80 or 90-year-old woman, I remember doing a lady she was 101, and it amazed me that when I finished her hair, she asked for her lipstick.
Okay.
And I was like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 100, 200. Everybody has the same desire and feeling to be beautiful when they are. And so when you take care of that and you're able to, nurture that, you find out what's for you and what's not for you. But for sure, when the lipstick goes on, they're ready. They're feeling cute.
Okay, that's the cherry on the cake right there, though, nice.
Yes, that's it.
So, are you going to be doing the audiobook yourself? I think you should read it.
Wish.
You had the voice for it.
I really, really wish I could do it, because I would love to do it, but I just don't. I don't think I have the patience to sit down and just fix it like I would want to fix it. It would be like music to me. So it'll never get done.
No, it will get
I'm
done.
like, okay, let me fix that. Okay, let me be more excited there. Let me be there. So you have to. So it's a lot. I mean, I'm learning. Let people do what they do. Then they got amazing people that narrate books. So I'm gonna let them.
Okay. I was looking forward to hearing your voice on it.
But what I will promise to do is give inserts and stuff on, like, I'm getting ready to start promoting it, and I'll do the inserts, the voice on the inserts, because I think that's important for people to hear it coming from you, because it's something I really stand by, something I really think that is needed. I promise you, if there's a woman in your life and she's happy, 9 times out of 10, your life is going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be good. She's going to cook. She's going to clean. She's going to do all that stuff. And even though she doesn't do that stuff, she's going to find a way to make you happy the times that you need to be happy. Mm-hmm. And the only way to do that is to make sure that she's happy. keeping her beautiful, making her feel beautiful, making her feel needed, making her feel wanted. And these are things that we have to do for ourselves.
And
we have to do all these things for ourselves first.
I think that's true with any relationship, even with if a woman's with a man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if
for sure. And I speak about women because I think that women are the catalyst to everything that we go through.
That's true, too.
I mean, there's no, if you are a human on this earth, there's no way for you to escape coming through a woman.
Not at all.
With no matter how much you like them, no matter how much you dislike them, it's a special thing to be a woman. And it's even more special to be a Black woman because they hold it down. And I speak of them because that's what I know about. That's what I grew up with.
Yes.
So I've seen them move mountains with nothing. Mm-hmm. My mother, I remember a time that her and my father had broken up, and it was a great thing because it was such a violent relationship. And so I was so glad that when she finally left, she left because I got a chance to experience and see what a mother would do for her kids to feed them. And I remember one time I would catch the bus to school and I got off at a stop. It was a blood bank. I didn't know it was a blood bank. I had fell asleep, but I hurried up, jumped off because I thought I missed my stop. So it was a blood bank and I saw these people with this bandage. And I just happened to ask Leah, I said, well, what is that? Why did everybody have that? And she says, oh, this is, you donate your blood and they give you money for it. And I remember my mother having it. Mm. And so I remember, times that we needed to eat, and that's what she would do. Mm. So it's amazing when you can support a woman and have a woman in your corner. Things are going to be better. Mm-hmm. They just make a way.
Yes, they do. And they don't run away.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Oh, yeah. Yes, for sure.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Nuss, and you're listening to Troy Saunders on Bass Entertainment Podcast.
Well, Tony, it's always a pleasure.
Thank you, Troy. It is always a pleasure. Thank you for having me. And I promise when this music come out, I'm going to make sure I get it to you. I want you to be a part of the whole process and all of that because I just think it's great to have people in your corner riding and cheering for you.
Well, I got your back.
Yes, and I got yours. And so come on out to LA so we can get some stuff going.
Okay. And don't forget to send me that picture of you at the pageant.
Oh, I am. Actually, I promise I will. I'm gonna send it right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for it and send it.
And tell everybody where they can reach you. Tell all your social media platforms. Tell them, hey, you can hit me up on Instagram.
Yay! Hey, y'all, I'm Tony Walk, soul singer. Kicking it here with Troy, and I can be reached everywhere as Tony Walk. You can Google Tony Walk. All of my information will come up. You can also find me on my website, TonyWalk.com. Walk is spelled W-A-L-K. And social media, The Real Tony Walk and Tony Walk. So pretty much Tony Walk everything.
Right.
But please hit me up and contact me. I promise to say hi back.
Now, which Instagram do you prefer? Because you got Sir Tony Walk and...
Well, Sir Tony and The Real Sir Tony, that's the beauty. So if you want to find out about me beauty-wise, stuff that I've done and things that I do, The Real Sir Tony. If you want to know about my music, it's TonyWalk.com.
You heard it from the man himself, y'all.
Thank you, Troy. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Always a pleasure, man. And you know what? I didn't even say anything about Bass Entertainment. Anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking out. I'm just so enamored that Tony is on. I forget about my own stuff.
See, no, this is you all day long, so you can't forget about that. We are in the place. So This is for sure.
I just want to tell you, check us out on www.bassentertainment.com. We got a whole lot of good stuff coming your way. We have, as you know, Tony Walker's on today. We have Raja-Neé coming on. We have Lady Ama.
Raja-Neé.
Yeah.
Is she a singer?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, let me tell you. So let me tell you about Raja-Neé. She probably do not remember me, but Raja-Neé did a single. I remember it was a long time ago, and I ended up getting a call to be in the music video.
Get out of here.
I think it's called Turn It Up. I think it was called Turn It Up.
That was in the 90s.
That's what I remember about this song. But Raja-Neé, that is so, yeah, I remember doing her music video. And she was so kind and so nice and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful chocolate girl. And I was just amazed that she was so, expressive. And so that was my first little, thing with being around musical artists and stuff like that.
So now I need to go back and look at that video, see Tony up in the background.
I am. I got on jean. I have on a jean shirt and some jean pants.
Now, you know when you come on, I'm going to, you remember Tony Walk being in your video?
She probably don't, but I remember talking to her and I know she was like, who is he? Get away from me. Because I wanted to know everything.
What's your side, Tony? You Aries?
No, I'm a Taurus.
Oh, a Taurus. You close.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm close. Okay, so for sure, thank you so much. And I want to listen to Raja-Neé. I want to listen to her. She's I hope she's still as beautiful as she's as sweet. She was so sweet. She was so kind, and she didn't have to be. I think she was signed to A&M.
Yeah, because she was on Flight Time.
Yeah,
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis was.
Yes, that's what it was. Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis.
Yep.
I remember that. Yep. She had individual braids, and we shot it at a park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And another lady I had on here that wrote songs for that album that was on Flight Time is Ness. She calls herself Ness, but her name is Vanessa Powers. Yeah.
Vanessa Howard.
Vanessa Powers.
Oh, Powers.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she wrote for Flight Time. So she wrote a few songs from that album that Raja-Neé did. And she wrote for
I don't know
Nesby.
whatever happened to that because she was on her way to being really big.
Yes. Well, she had an album that just came out last year too. That Jay was
Raja?
Yeah, Raja-Neé, yep. That Jay was pushing. Yeah.
And I'm gonna look that up too. I think the song was called Turn It Up.
Yep, I think it is called Turn It Up. Yep.
That is so funny. I remember that. Wow.
As a matter of fact, that song I think is the one that Ness wrote.
I'm sure it was a nice little hit.
Mm-hmm.
It was a summer jam. Yeah.
And I think in the beginning it's a girl talking about the man or something like that. They talking a little trash.
Yeah, that's what made me want to do music videos and all that stuff. With being on her set. Yeah.
See, it's funny. It's such a small world.
It is. It's such a small world.
Yeah.
It is.
Wow. And I think about,
Yeah, I never thought about it, but now recently I think about it and I think about how great it was to be in the presence of, Etta James, and, the Pointer Sisters. And I still talk to Ruth now. And just all of the people, Vesta and Sandra Crouch, Darryl Coley. These are all people that I got a chance to really take care of and be with and look after. And I never once thought about them being famous or nothing like that.
Right.
Yeah, it didn't cross my mind. I just thought, oh, these are people I really like. Let me take care of them.
And, I kind of, I know who the people are, but I never come with that fan energy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
exactly, because you realize that. I mean, yes, it's like a job. I mean, okay, they do it, and you like what they do. Okay, great. But I think some people take it too much. They take it too literal too.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes cocky and all that. No, somebody likes your work. Just say thank you and keep it moving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, once again, y'all, I want to tell you, thank you, Tony, and everybody. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Please check me out at www.bassentertainment.com. Don't forget, we got Bass t-shirts. Well, I was going to say sweatshirt, but I think I only got 5 of those left, so I have to reorder. So if you want a sweatshirt, you better get it now because I only have 5, and I think it's 2X, XL. All right, and I got little candles too. So don't forget, we got sweatshirts, t-shirts,
you real fancy.
Candles. Yeah.
Oh, you got home accessories and things. Okay. Okay, Bass. Okay, Bass. Home accessory entertainment.
You know, you got to smell good. You got to feel good while you sit there listening to your music. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? It's true. It is the truth. It makes a difference.
It does. And
it does.
It's a nice a citrus and clove type smell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's that bougie smell. That's the bougie smell. That's the smell that say, okay, somebody might got some money here.
Exactly.
Well, thank you, Troy. It was always good to talk to you. And I'm gonna look for this picture and send it to you.
All right, please do.
Okay, I will do.
And we'll talk soon. We're gonna talk again when the EP
sure.
come
I'll
out.
call you with some stuff because I would love for you to be a part of it.
Oh,
I'm gonna let you know. I'll let you know way in advance.
All right, thank you. And you know, we can't leave without playing another song. We're gonna ride out.
Okay, let's go.
All right, this is what we're gonna play. Should we do Feel Good or You're the One? I mean, the one for you. Let's do the
That's
one.
Ron's song. Ron always bothered me with this.
What, the one for you?
I mean, like we'll be somewhere and you just hear it in the background, and he'd be back there doing my little 2-step.
All right, so that's the one. Hey, Ron, this for you, bro. This is the one for you. Thank you, Tony, man.
No, thank you, Troy.
It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Lately you've been distant, baby. Tell me what's wrong with you. Need your attention, baby. Let me tell you what I wanna do. Just wanna know you, babe. Just wanna hold you, babe. Just wanna show you, babe. I can be the one for you. Just wanna know you, babe. Just wanna hold you, babe. Just wanna show you, babe. I can be the one for you. For you. For you. Baby, I was more bold with you about my feelings, baby. This is what I want from you. Just wanna know you, babe. Just wanna hold you, babe. Just wanna show you, babe. I could be the one for you. Just wanna know you, babe. Just wanna hold you, babe. Just wanna show you, babe. I can be the one for you. Just wanna hold you. Just wanna show you. Let me tell you what I wanna do.
Hey, it's your girl, Allison Williams.
Hey, this is Devon Howard.
Hi, this is Beth.
Hi, this is Cindy Mizell.
Hi, this is Tony Walker.
Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Darryl Dean.
Hey everybody, this is the Queen of Philadelphia, Tangeray Hayward.
Hey everybody, this is Yazra.
Hi, this is Mason.
Hey,
Hey, everybody, this is Russell Taylor.
Hey, this is Shireen Crutchfield.
And this is Ricky Jones.
And we are Crutchfield Jones.
Hey, this is Corey Day.
Hey, this is your girl Castella.
Hey, everybody, this is Rebecca Jade.
Hey, everyone, this is Hill Street Soul.
What's up, good people? This is Basis you really used to for.
This is Melvin Lee Davis.
Yo, what's checking? This is Noel Gordian, and you're listening to my man Troy Saunders on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.